Am I live?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Greg Campbell, Friday Wrap Up. We are here again. Paul Stevenson in the house on screen today. Vito.
We're back.
Matthew Gregg. Vito.
What up, what up?
And we have a special guest. Paul, I'll let you do the introductions. He is.
If it's a problem, you can put it down or something.
This is live. This is live. On Twitter, we are live. Everybody, we are live.
So this is our fourth week doing the Friday Wrap Up. Last week we brought in 2 guests that we got great reviews, a lot of interest, a lot of feedback from people tuning in. So we brought in another guest today to talk specifically about home automation, automating your home, kind of the future of homes across the globe, I would say.
Yeah.
So we have Matt Taylor from TechDem Integrations, one of the owners and founders. And before we get talking, we just want to let everyone know that's tuning in that if you have questions, we're going live from about 3 or 4 different feeds here. So if you have questions, we do have our producer that's kind of monitoring all the cameras, so she'll definitely be able to let us know if you have questions throughout the discussion. So feel free to chime in. Matt, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a bit about what is home automation. Get us started here.
All right, Matt Taylor. Nice to meet you guys. So automation, real quick. All automation is about just saving energy and having kind of just everything under one function in your home. So you come in, you walk in, you turn on your lights. In theory, your phone's already going to know that you're home. The lights are going to come on by themselves. So you're going to walk into your house, the lights are going to go on, the blinds are going to go up, and the thermostat's going to kick in. So with home automation, you can really add those features into your home, and it kind of just like add value to So you guys being involved in the home builders and things like that all the time, it's really I guess a futuristic approach.
Yeah, but it's here now.
It is. That's it. We're living in the future.
And how many other guys in town are doing it? Are you kind of like at the front of this?
No, there's what makes us a bit different is that we kind of do both. So we do electrical, but we do focus on automation as well. So
right.
We go hands in hands. So I could say there's 4, maybe 5 big competitors that are out in Ottawa that do it. But automation is it is changing the way that we're going to be building our homes in the future. For sure.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So what are some of the kind of unique things that you've seen people do? Like what are some of the outside the box requests? I'm thinking right away like, oh, it'd be great if I could, turn on my water from home or flush the toilet just to screw with people's heads.
Yeah,
don't know you're
yeah, for sure. I mean,
Ghost in the machine.
Yeah.
I mean, we had requests like example to. I mean, we have people all the time that use these features. Example in cottages, people that have condos away from home. They'll use them to for the thermostats. They're on their way. Okay, I want it to be nice and cozy, but at the same time, I don't want it running all the time and always pulling that energy. And spiking up those hydro bills, right? So I've had requests that are like as funky as I want to know what temperature it is in the lake. So what temperature is the lake at? Oh no, it's too cold. Let's not go swimming.
It's not going to be good fishing.
Let's not go to the cottage
yeah,
twice.
let's not go to the cottage.
Wow.
So I mean that's one of them that we've done.
That just blew my mind.
Yeah.
How do you? So you have something in like? How do you check the water at the lake?
Yeah.
Sitting on your couch like
Yeah. This is crazy automation. All right.
So I mean there's a lot of different ways that we can do things. There's without getting into any details, there's like relays and things like that. But in this particular example, it was a probe that we would use that was wireless, and what it did is it communicated back to the hub in the cottage.
So the probe is actually inside the lake by the dock.
Correct. Yeah. And then it talks to the house, and then it reports back to to your phone or to your iPad.
That's really
So
cool.
with technology comes problems. What is the problem rate on these kind of tools? I'm at home, I'm gonna check the water in my lake, and
Yeah.
it's not working. It's not working.
There's no way it's 100 degrees.
Right?
I mean, the technology is there. They do a lot of research. They do a lot of, the engineers are always behind the product. For example, we use Lutron, which is one of our main lighting control products that we use all the time. And they have their own technology called ClearConnect. So they actually use and invested a lot of time in that technology. Frequencies that they know they can't play on. Example for the ones for the probes, the technology actually bounces. They know, let's just say the frequency 900, 921, so on and so forth, was occupied. We'll call it the gadget.
Okay.
Has an internal brain that would talk back to your hub at the house, and it knows to bounce around on those frequencies if it's too crowded. So
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I understand that. If you don't understand that, send in and ask for another. But that's
for sure.
yeah,
Any
that's,
questions? Any
that's
questions?
really cool.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. So
That's one of the big things kind of coming too is that, you probably heard the term, well, I'm sure you've heard the term, but everyone watching probably heard the term like the Internet of Things.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it's going, right? It's like I was hearing the other day that they're going to have, you might have a bread storage or your coffee machine or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like it'll know when you have only one K-cup left and it'll automatically order it from Amazon and ship it to your house. So like the next day you have a box of coffee because your machine knows that it needs more, So it's kind of almost, that's where it's going. That's the future of it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. They're working on prototypes right now, actually, for in the fridge. It'll actually scan your fridge. It'll know what's in your fridge, and based on what's in your fridge, it'll actually come up with recipes.
Is it doing that in the new fridges that are coming out?
Yeah, I think they paired up with like I think Bosch, LG is
Yeah,
some
that
of
makes
the,
sense.
Some of the big players on that. So definitely a game changer.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Talk about eavesdropping, eh?
Just
I swear we're not. This is just for your use. We're not monitoring any of this.
No,
we're
not
not
at
tracking
all.
what's in your
That's
fridge.
insane though,
Yeah,
wow.
exactly. I mean, the big part of it is to try and save energy.
Right.
Like we're constantly using energy. Like I can give examples. Just when I came into your office, automatically. Okay, well, why is this light on? Why is this light? I mean, you can use sensors that actually knows when you're there, when you're leaving, and you can get it to do certain things between certain hours that allows the energy to be reduced in the commercial space, residential space, so on and so forth.
Which is so important right now.
With the cost of energy going up.
Yeah, absolutely. And we
But
all
see,
know it's
and it's things like this though. I mean, between this and like what Tesla is doing,
Yeah.
with all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was reading another thing about it last night. It's incredible, and they got a whole town in Australia, right, that they're testing,
correct.
all based on.
But what's crazy about that is
On his system.
the data they're going to get from that too. Like all that data of what's in people's fridges. Like if they even store that data and they share that with grocers or with whoever. I mean, with farmers. With
They'll know what people are
Yeah,
eating.
right, and they'll be able to produce more of that. It'll help costs. Like it could actually. I mean, it's going to change literally the planet.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, the ideal perfect automation scenario is that you walk into a house and just everything just happens. So we've been working with builders closely to try to get that out there and get that into the real estate market, so that when you walk in, just everything just flows. Your TV turns on, the lights turn on,
Right.
your Sonos is a big partner in there as well. So everything just happens.
So with a builder, obviously they're looking to cut as many costs as possible.
Correct.
And I could imagine making a partnership with a builder could be challenging.
Yeah.
So what's the bait? What are they biting onto? What do they like most about?
So definitely is saving energy.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that they look at that I've seen. So
They're looking at saving energy as something for the buyer
Correct.
to be intrigued
Yeah.
and like, oh wow, if I get this home, I can save energy through
Correct.
this builder.
Yes.
And then there's obviously different stages of automation that they can get.
levels,
Like,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there's obviously like a base level,
Yeah.
mid-level, high level,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, starting point, for example, like lighting. It could be something as simple as having what we call the brochure I gave you, what's called the Caseta. Caseta is like your entry starter point. You can actually get it at Home Depot. Now you're a bit limited to what you can do with it because they want the pros to take care of the rest. But you can go out and buy this Caseta dimmer, Caseta switch, and you can start automating your house yourself for sure. And you can give it's full control from your phone. So there's an entry point that you can absolutely start with and just kind of pick and choose what you want to do. So the big ones, like I said, is you would start with, like, let's just say thermostats.
Right.
That's a big one. A lot of thermostats. There's the Nest. There's all kinds of them out there. So that's a huge one. Like, we're all sitting here right now. Most of us probably have nobody at home, and our furnace is probably running for what reason? Keep the pipes warm.
Yeah.
So you really don't need to have it running constantly. And then the lighting is huge as well. Like, if you convert to LED on top of having example the Caseta in your house, well, once you leave, like I just leave my house and the lights just turn off once I'm done. I'm gone, the lights just turn off.
That's a good feeling. Because I'm the guy that I'm down the street and I'm like, did I close my garage? You know,
Yeah, sure. Exactly.
Right? So,
yeah, and then you just pop out your phone and yep, I did.
Yeah, so how simple is that app that you guys have? I know you've shown it to me that was about a year ago, but have you guys advanced that at all, or how can you control it from the phone itself?
We can, absolutely. I mean, we can virtually. The app is very friendly. It's designed for you know simplicity, and you know you can go in, you just look at it. Even now with the iPhone, the widgets, you don't even have to go into the app. You just pop the widget open, hit that, and that scene is launched. So a lot of the stuff is all scene based. So you have like your entertainment, you have your welcome scene, you have your goodbye scene. And all those scenes can be attached to certain times and certain things in your house. So
yeah, so you're talking about, he's telling me once about a movie, like there could be a movie scene, is that what you said?
Yeah.
So you push a button and it would basically turn on the TV, start the DVD player or Netflix, whatever, dim all the lights, like it would actually, start the popcorn machine. Like you can have all these things that are going just for like movie time.
Is there a point where it gets
blinds go down?
Or it's simple, just okay, like movie scene and that's it. Like
well, I think it's just
are you
getting used to it.
Are you gonna set me up initially? Like, are you gonna help me, like Geek Squad? You know?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, exactly.
You
so
know, yeah.
we come in and have like you were talking about as packages. So we come in with a package. You start like this. Okay, well, let's start you off with the caseta. Like how far do you think you're gonna go? Because then there's there's caseta, there's Radio Raw 2, and then there's different steps that we can go through. But if you think just keeping it simple and having something that you can play around with and just get yourself familiar, definitely we come in with the caseta stuff, and then we can get you going either with, we use the Savant. So Savant is the application that we use to control, example, your TV, your Sonos, the temperature, and everything ties in with the lighting control as well.
So sorry, Savant is a controller, but and the caseta's for lighting?
Correct, yeah. So
caseta's for lighting, and Savant is for other technology.
Correct. Your TV, AV, audio distribution is what we use to talk to other devices. Like we call them all devices. That's what we use. We use devices. So when you're talking about automation, we call device. We don't control this device, that device. We use device. So yeah, the Savant ties into different devices. Example, you're dead on receive at your house. Well, you can control all that through the Savant application, and again, create those scenes.
So is there a huge market for families with young kids? You can kind of check at home who's cooking right now.
Yeah.
Timmy's cooking. Turn off the stove.
Timmy.
Freaking Timmy.
You have a speaker on top of the stove, just like Timmy, back away.
Can you talk to your house?
Well, that's where this guy comes in.
Perfect segue, Matt.
Okay, let's do this, and then we have a question. This is great.
Alright, so we have a question from Raymond, and he's asking, can we set up our blinds and heating ducts to accommodate the rise and set of the sun?
Correct, yeah, absolutely. So definitely.
Good question, Raymond. We love you.
So yeah, what's cool about it, one of the neat features, I mean, there's tons of features, but one of them that's specifically attracts, like you said, the builders and things like that, is the sunset, sunrise. You do not ever have to set a timer again in your life.
That's crazy.
It just knows. And you don't have to go, I got to go back because we went back an hour.
So it senses it from the actual physical rise and setting.
Okay, so on Sundays I like to sleep in, so...
Sure, so when you're in your scene, you create this scene or this timer, they also call them schedules.
Sleeping.
We would name it, yeah, exactly, we would name it sleeping.
Sunday friends.
Guys, I'm on my sleep scene, don't bother me.
So you would name
Does it mute your phone too?
Do not. There you go. That's coming. That's coming.
So, just for everyone tuning in again, feel free to ask questions anytime, just like Raymond did.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Greg, actually. So, with everything kind of becoming more automated on the home side, how do you think, in your opinion, how is that going to affect home prices in Ottawa and basically globally?
I think it's still going to be tough for a bit because not everybody, it's a particular buyer right now. You know what I mean? If I saw a house that had it, I would be like, wow, that's cool. I can see the value. I would pay.
But our parents might not.
I would understand, but some people will be like, whatever, I'm not interested in that. I think it's going to be, older generation that's tech savvy and gets it, or a lot of the younger generation who are very, want to be more frugal and understand the value of spending that money to save in the end. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think within the next 5 years, it's going to be super common. Like the builders are going to start.
Yeah.
I mean, and let me bring that into this. So, are you working with builders already on some of the new ones?
Yeah, we are. Like Some of it's a lot is kind of too soon to talk about, but we definitely are.
But it's starting to happen.
Is
Absolutely.
it mostly
100%.
condos or like single families? that are...
Condos and entire houses, definitely.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, the house is gonna be sold as, home automation ready home for.
I love it.
So
Yeah.
definitely.
And you can add on anytime, right?
add on anytime. Yeah.
And for us, like for anyone that's watching too, when you're buying a home, especially as a first-time home buyer, you can actually take advantage of the government has, like CMHC and Genworth, some of the insurers, they actually have programs where you can do renovations, kind of purchase the home and then do renovations prior to moving in.
Yeah.
And this is a perfect option, is basically when you have that, it's called the Purchase Plus improvements, they have different names, but when you're doing the improvements to the home, you can actually include this automation. So if you're buying maybe a dilapidated home or something that you want to fix up, in the fix-up, you could basically, redo the kitchen and add this home automation or add all these features, right? Like
Yeah,
something that would be
absolutely.
included.
Like, we had a client and they renovated their kitchen, and they came in after and they're like, listen, we need shades. So we came in and we gave them automated shades.
And is this something that is the government offering any cashback programs on this yet?
There's been rumors about
Right. Well, it
possibly
makes sense
for
to
the
me.
yeah, exactly. It's like everything else; it's all new, right? So, for the shades, there's been talk because there's R value to the shades. So Lutron shades
Okay.
actually have an R value added to them. So there might be incentives that will come out, and we'll be able to apply for sure. Yeah.
What really interests me, and Greg, you're saying in 5 years you kind of see that, is I think that like that Internet of Things, which has nothing to do with homes, just in general, like the Internet of everything, like even my phone knowing like, oh, your battery is going to go on the fritz in the next 2 months, like those sorts of things, like every single thing that we're using being somewhat like conscious in itself and connecting with everything else, like this home automation is almost like the app store, and then there's all these apps that are waiting, so I feel like that home
Right.
automation piece, like it's going to become the standard, like you're going to have
Absolutely.
that on your phone to control everything else in your house, like your toaster, your microwave, you'll need it. It'll almost be like the system that will be required to manage all these, like the internet of all these things,
Absolutely.
like that's where I see it kind of going.
It's like every house is going to have a basic operating system.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. And and it's like you were asking me before about the voice. Like voice controls also is the next huge thing. With
Right, so we're
the Amazon
gonna touch
Echo,
that. Yeah, right.
yeah.
So it's kind of like Siri for your home,
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's Alexa for
Right,
you.
Yeah, exactly. And,
Great name, by the way.
Yeah, thanks.
you can come in and you go, hey Alexa, turn on my lights, and then everything's gonna happen. Hey Alexa, order me a pizza. Hey Alexa, should
Really?
I do? Yeah, and then you can be like,
From where? Pizza? Extra
From
cheese?
whatever.
Alexa, what's the temperature? And she'll tell you.
It's like a personal assistant.
So
almost.
this is happening now. that
Correct.
you can-
It's available in the States.
Yeah.
It's available not here yet. There's rumors. They're not even sure when it's actually going to be released here. There is ways to get it, obviously, because
Right.
we got one sitting here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fully functional.
And obviously Apple's going to do a Siri something similar at some point.
Yeah, they have control already with Siri, like you can actually
They
say
do have
Siri,
it
turn
for
off
automation.
my lights.
Oh, okay.
And to be honest, the Alexa is right now
Is the one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you could connect to this outside of your home? Can I talk to Alexa from here?
No.
From your phone, no.
No.
Obviously that will
But,
happen.
So would you need multiple Alexas around your house?
No.
It's so funny talking about her in like the third
Hey,
person.
Alexa.
So how many Alexas do I need in my home to keep you satisfied?
Yeah, no, just one for the home, because it really, like you said, it's kind of like the receptionist for the home.
Right.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I have seen some where you walk in, there's a screen, basically in movies, but you see you walk in and like, turn the lights on, or they
Yeah.
basically talk to that one machine at the front.
Yeah.
But that seems so far in advance, like it
Yeah.
seems so unrealistic
Yeah.
that now we're maybe 10 years later and you're seeing
Yeah.
this as pretty much common, right?
The thing is, like with the geolocating on your phones, as soon as you're there, the phone knows. So the light's going to turn on, or it can be something as simple as we also have garage door opener. So you hit that button, but that button activates a scene
Right.
that
You're
does
coming home.
that you're coming home. Exactly. Same thing when you
Or
leave.
leaving, yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's cool. So your garage door opens, and then all of a sudden
So-
the house just comes
Yeah.
alive.
Devil's advocate here, what are the potential risks, like as far as hacking and things like that? Like how quickly can people be like, oh, well, I'm going to unlock Matt's doors? Like what sort of security do you guys have on these apps?
It's very secure. Like everybody in the background are doing their due diligence to make sure it's nice and protected.
Yeah.
What I often say is like you do online banking all the time, so why wouldn't
Yeah.
you would let your iPhone or your iPad or whatever other device be accessible on the internet or through your wireless. So, it's a debatable kind of conversation that
Right.
everybody.
I mean, there's
has.
still people that won't do online banking, right?
Exactly.
That's
So
kinda
those, I mean, for those particulars, I mean, they have to kind of just try to accept that that's
Yeah.
where we're going.
So does this
Resisting
affect,
the change,
does this
yeah.
affect insurance? Like, do I have to tell my insurance company that my home's fully automated?
That's a good question. Yeah.
That is
Technically,
a good
somebody
question.
can hack in, right?
Yeah, that is a good question. I'll get back to you on that one. That's a very good question. Yeah, absolutely. I know that, like,
Any insurance agents watching? How does home automation affect your insurance premiums?
yeah, exactly. Let us know.
I mean, it could also help for reducing risk. If you're not home and there's a fire, I'm sure,
Exactly.
I mean, obviously your fire alarm will go on, but you'll be notified
Oh yeah,
too,
absolutely.
right?
Like, example with security panels, like we can integrate that as well. So it'll let you know on your phone,
If
who's home,
somebody's
what's
entering,
doing,
right.
or you can even capture a picture of who just entered your home.
Right.
It'll send it to you like, yo, listen, somebody's home, and also you can also from your as simple as your alarm keypad, just enter in your code, will activate whatever you want in your house. It will shut off your TV, your blinds will go down, lights will go off just by pushing
Like,
the alarm pedal.
okay.
How different is this from, like, I know you've seen Rogers, like, stay home safe and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
what's the difference between those two technologies as far as them?
So that's more of like a leaning like a do-it-yourself type thing.
Yeah.
So example, you have like the stuff at Home Depot. You have the B-Link if I'm not mistaken. You have the Wink and all that.
Yeah,
and
right.
example, the HomeKit. So those are all kind of more lean towards the do-it-yourselfers. And you're not actually, you might not get those features that you would do with like example with Savant. Lutron with their Caseta are compatible with example HomeKit and
I forgot about that HomeKit. That's the Apple app, right?
Yeah,
I totally
exactly.
forgot that even.
So I mean,
existed right
What
now.
is that, HomeKit? I don't know.
Well, it comes. It's an app that comes with your
yeah.
OS.
So you can go in and you would buy, let's just say, like example, Sonos is
It'll
HomeKit
recognize it.
compatible.
Okay,
you know?
so something compatible with
Yeah.
Yeah,
HomeKit.
exactly. But then again, like you're limited, right? So it really gets into, there's conditionals and things like that that we need to set up for certain things to happen that are kind of more advanced than these systems.
All we're missing is holograms.
So my
It's coming
one
soon.
word comes to mind for me
Yep.
is this luxury? Is this a rich man's product, or
I would say there's definitely a luxury to it, for sure. But there's also, we're also at that point
It's like a
where,
breaking point.
yeah,
It's
where
gonna
we
shift.
can actually have one extreme to the other. So we can give you a starting point, entry package like we were talking about earlier,
Right.
or we can go full-fledged and just give you the catalog.
It's basically like any technology.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
It's
like
like
when you're-
super. It's like a rich. Everything's a rich.
Well, yeah,
man's
it's like a couple.
sport,
It's been around for a while, but a couple
Yeah.
years ago, it was it's like untouchable. Right?
$10,000
Now it's
for
like,
to adjust your heat.
That's it. Now it's getting more
Yeah.
realistic.
It's like at home, like, there's a wide range of what you can get.
Of course.
So.
But I'm picturing even for like a realtor for yourself, like if there's, and not obviously you want to be there with clients, but if for whatever reason you can't be there with them, it's literally like, okay, well, we'll meet at the door. I'll unlock the door for you. I'll get the lights on. Like you can literally like
See,
set
that's
the
just
stage
another
for them.
crazy tool
Yeah,
if you can have
sure.
access to
Yeah.
that for showings. I mean,
Exactly.
Like automate the home before you sell it, and then it basically allows like not only is it a selling feature, but for the realtor
Well,
it
there's-
gives you
I mean,
additional
there's a
access for
platform in
people
the
to
States.
even cameras like live cameras in the home. Like,
Well,
see
this
what
is
it
the
looks
thing.
like,
There's a platform in the States, and I can't remember the name, but they have it. It's like it's a real estate brokerage that buys properties, and they set up cameras in the house, and the buyer can just go, and they have a code that they can access into the house. The cameras watch as they go through, so they can't, so they
Yeah.
don't damage anything. But it's like literally you can go shop for homes on your own, and you can buy it all online.
Wow.
Well, I wish I could remember the name. Anyways, if anyone out there knows the name of that, let me know.
Any other questions? Anyone watching?
We just got a new one from Stephen Taylor.
Okay.
He goes, I'm not a techie. How hard are these systems to understand and use? Say, for example, for a physically disabled.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, great question. The cool features about these things is like you can put them on any platform. So somebody that has a disability, example, they have a hard time with their hands and things like that, they can actually have it on their iPad, big screen, and they can just potentially use their fingers.
2-3 taps. Yeah.
2-3 taps. Again, the Alexa comes into play. But also, what's easy is the scenes. So, example, in the Savant application, you can actually have a scene that's like a party scene. You just hit party.
It's a good scene.
And then,
Hey guys, just
Yeah.
Spice
ball
it.
comes down. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Shades. So there's definitely a market there for that. Lutron has nice little Pico remotes, that they call them, and that you can physically just carry around in your pocket or something like that. And when you hit that button, lights turn on, example. So somebody, you know, at night is sleeping by their bedside, you need to get up, they just hit that button and the light, there's a path of light.
So maybe the initial setup, you'll help them get their scenes properly,
Absolutely.
and then from there it's just pushing a button.
Exactly.
Well, that's almost going back to knowing your client, right? So
Yeah.
you go in there, you want to know exactly like how are you going to be using this? What's your
Right.
goal with this product, so
Yeah.
you can automate their life. Really,
Absolutely.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
What's the base price approximately
Yeah.
for something like,
So
let's just say lighting and heating?
Yeah, let's just say lighting. If you put aside like a budget, let's just say you put $600 away, you can definitely get started up with like example a Caseta kit, and you can definitely get heating and a couple lighting zones. We'll go on
$600 bucks.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
we'll say under $1,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
for sure, absolutely.
And I mean,
Okay.
But then you can
That's
also
totally
spend-
Yeah.
reasonable
And
for
then
something like
Well, you think
that.
about you're paying like $3-4 grand for a furnace.
No, that's what I'm
you know,
saying.
so if you
It's
can
like,
control that, save
you
money.
save your money.
Yeah.
$1,000, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Have you guys looked at partnering with some of those like larger, like you know, like a furnace company or like people that are already doing in that space, so that you can just kind of add on to like, here's a premium version of this,
Yeah.
right?
I think a lot of the furnace companies already have it out there because you can buy, example, like the Honeywell thermostat. Funny,
Mhm.
Right.
We were just doing.
Yeah.
So you can buy the Honeywell thermostat, and they actually have
Sure,
their
the
own.
switch is on.
You can have your own little platform. Honeywell has their own little platform that you can go online and you can manage that. So I think that's kind of a market that's already tackled, to be honest. So,
Yeah.
furnace companies already have that in place, definitely.
So where do you guys see a big gap then now currently in the market? Or like what kind of differentiates you guys from the other competition in the city?
I find that we definitely try to put ourselves out there a lot more, and we try to educate people just with the product. Not trying so much to compete with everybody,
Right.
just to kind of like be there, be aware, be like, hey, I'm here, and this is what we can do. This is what's available out there for you, for the builders, for everybody. Because I mean, you know how many people, you know, I walked in here, nobody knew about automation. You know, it's very vague.
That's good though. I heard on the podcast once they were talking about these two speakers that they went to go see. One was at Microsoft and one was at Apple.
Yeah.
And they said when they went to Microsoft, all Microsoft was doing was shitting on the iPhone. Like they were just complaining about Apple. Oh, it's not good. This is what we do. Whereas Apple didn't give a shit about Microsoft. They were just talking about like where they're going, why they're doing this for their clients, and so on. So it sounds like you're kind of in that same
Correct,
ship. As like we don't really care what they're doing because
No, we don't.
we already
Exactly.
see the market
Yeah.
and we know where we're going.
Yeah,
already.
like we have a vision, and we're following our vision, and we're not there to, you know, to intrude on anybody. We're just putting ourselves out there.
That's it, man. Everybody has a different business model. Who
I have,
cares?
yeah, like I
2
have
years, do it the
three- yeah.
best, right?
And everybody takes pride in their home, right?
Yeah,
Just like their car and whatever.
Yeah.
But your home is your nest, and
Yeah.
God, I definitely look forward to having that Cadillac package home
yeah,
automation
for
system
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah, like I'm already thinking. I'm like, okay, so next move is going to be in a couple years.
Yeah.
Matt's going to be my guy.
So summarize, like
Full
even
package.
TechTam as a whole, like when did you guys actually start? Where are you guys now? Where can people find you? Like give us kind of, I guess, an overview of the business and where you kind of see it going in the next couple of years.
So we have a nice showroom over on the Taylor Creek in Orleans, so 860 Taylor Creek. You can obviously do Facebook, Twitter. We have our online webpage that you guys can take a look at for sure. I'm always available. And where we're going, like I said, we're just going to continue to educate people on automation and try to push, you know, the builders and the homes, and try to get that most likely everywhere. I mean, it's just, it is a luxury, it is, but it's also simplifying your life and saving the energy.
It's
I mean,
luxury
TV's a
now.
luxury, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like everything's
exactly.
a luxury in your home.
It's
Right?
going to become
Yeah.
normal for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's,
Everybody has a flat screen TV now,
That's what I mean,
right?
yeah.
Hanging
Yeah.
on the wall.
Yeah.
Remember when that was the thing? Like, whoa, buddy just got a 32-inch. Like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
this is a game changer.
Now 50-inch TVs are flying
Yeah.
off the shelf.
Oh, dude, you only got the 50-inch? Let's go to Greg's house, right?
Hey, you can come to the showroom too.
That's hilarious. So for anyone listening in to Taylor Creek is east end of Ottawa, so right near the old Orleans bowling alley, Trim Road. There's a roundabout there, so there's a lot of new
I drive
industrial
by it
stuff.
every Sunday morning after gymnastics
There you go.
with Alexa. With Alexa.
Alexa.
Not that Alexa. That Alexa.
Yeah, you only have one in the home. You're going to have to
Yeah.
get a second.
Yeah.
That's great. Do you guys have any other questions, or should we wrap it up for
I
Friday?
think that's cool. I just wanted to give a shout out to Matt. He met me at a client of mine's investment property this morning to help one of his guys, JF, to help out with some thermostats. Great guy, great service. So I think that's another thing we didn't touch on, but your company also offers
Yeah.
full spectrum, like in
Full
terms of
spectrum.
electrical
Yeah.
work on your home
Yeah,
or
exactly,
whatever.
100%. Yeah.
You're all electricians too, correct?
Correct.
That's
Yeah,
kind of-
we have a big team of
So
absolutely.
super safe, code, up to code, everything's
all
good
the
to go.
time.
So if anyone has additional questions after the fact, obviously I'm pretty sure all of us, we've tagged each other in the post, so feel free to reach out to Matt directly or to any of us, and we'll be back next Friday. No guests slated yet, but lots of people that, that are interested in coming on and chatting. So
awesome.
All right, thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you guys next Friday.